On our team are Juliana Chitwood, who's here, and Leslie Webster, and Doree Hunnevin, and Carol Stone. Our biggest resource is each other, and this is how I got into ASTACAP. I always go to the national conferences. One year I saw an hour-long presentation about ASTACAP, and I'm like, oh, I want to do this. Another year I took the ASTACAP Adjudication 101, and I was still absolutely overwhelmed with trying to figure out how am I going to do this in Massachusetts where no one is. And then I thought about it, and I thought, it's because I can't do it alone. So I invited a bunch of string educators who are studio teachers for a really delicious, bagels and coffee one morning, and we just sat around and talked, and I sold them on ASTACAP, and we formed a committee. And a few of the people at that meeting were not ASTA members, so they joined because they got excited about it too. And so in our committee, we decided what is each of our strengths. I'm the big picture person. Other people are detail oriented, and so we just sort of assigned. We did this together, and then we hired one of my former students who had just gotten her master's and was back in the Boston area, and she was trying to network, wanted to be a performer and a teacher, so we hired her to do the grunt work, what we called the grunt work, all the clerical stuff and the emails and making up the spreadsheets. And we gave her a very small stipend. She would have earned more working as a clerk in Walgreens. And she knew that, but she was so excited because it helped her network in the state and start to get gigs and become known. So it was a very win-win situation. And then we asked our state for seed money for the first year because we thought, what if we carefully budget and we go over budget? So they backed us, but we didn't go over budget. It all worked out well. So that was very helpful. So all during the process of trying to plan our first year, I was combing through the old version of the ASTACAP website, which was really hard to navigate, trying to find names of people who had done it, and we would start sending them emails, and we'd get answers. And how do I do this? And I'd get an answer. We could not have done this without the mentoring help that we received. So in Massachusetts, our first year, we had 4 different sites on different days. And it's taken off, and we have so many new ASTA members because the teachers are seeing what a great benefit it is. And so after we were showing them the handbook, but they got so excited and they would join. The biggest resource, as far as I'm concerned, is each other, and we have now formed a mentoring team on a national level. So Greg showed you the ASTA website, and you all know how to log in and go to the ASTACAP section, right? And in that section, you can scroll through and find out the contact information if you have any questions. You email it. I don't know what the address appears to say when you click on it, but it goes to me, and then I assign someone on our mentoring team to kind of walk someone through starting ASTACAP in our state. And because we're really trying to make it user-friendly. Many of you are just like me. You could not do this alone, but we have each other. And that I feel like that's our greatest resource, and it's really exciting on the way they've made the website so easily accessible. So does anyone have any questions?
I need to clarify one little thing.
Yes.
And just because most people don't know how the ASTACAP committee is formed, so let me just say this really quickly. Leah Stern is in charge of new online events. She's in charge of contacting people all across the United States. We have some very exciting things that have happened. In-person events. And we have some very exciting things that have happened. She's been on the forefront of that. So if you're looking at starting new programs within your state, that's who to contact. And all of this is there. So in person at ASTACAP or whatever, it's all online. You can look up that address. And then secondarily, once she's made the contact, then those people need to be trained, the administrators need to be trained. That's where it comes into Jody's team, the mentoring team. And then you can get one-on-one help. Even if you're like in a state that has people and you've been asked to do an ASTACAP in-person event and you just don't know what to do, it's really easy. And like we said, just contact us. That's what we're here for. We are the resource to make ASTACAP a living, viable program for each one of you. It's supposed to be personalized, and that's what it's for. So, thank you. Thank you very much.